Hey entrepreneur, this is Mark News with Mr. Marketing. Welcome to this special presentation entitled How to Effectively Use Low Cost, High Powered Sales and Marketing Strategies. Because entrepreneur, they're going to help you easily out promote your big buck major competitors. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, the purpose of this video is to expose you to an extremely powerful way, ladies and gentlemen, of using simple, proven sales and marketing strategies so you can out promote your big buck major competitors. Or if it turns out you're the competitor with the big bucks, how you can really out promote your major competitors in that case. So let's suppose you own two upscale local jewelry retail stores. And you've decided you're looking around, you're looking for some alternatives, you want to figure out how you can use some simple sales and marketing strategies so you can out promote your big buck competitors. Now, typically right now, is you're spending an outrageous fortune on, the usual suspects, local newspapers, TV, and radio ads, and why they do make you money. You're spending a fortune. Yeah, you're getting a good return on investment, ROI. But the bottom line is you're consistently writing checks anywhere from $50 to $75,000 a month or more. Absolutely. So you're looking for an alternative. So here's what you might do. Here's the first investment you're going to make. No, 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 no. You're not going to go out and buy a nice prime piece of commercial real estate. No. We're concerned with the people inside the building. That's correct. We want to make sure that it's full of state workers. Now, follow this. We're going to pull out the big guns. Now, let's suppose that particular office building is, let's just say, 15 stories high. It's full of state workers. We're going to fill out the big guns for this particular marketing campaign. So here's the first secret weapon. Oh, yeah, we're going to pull out that guy. The ladies love Teddy. So we're going to go out and get 30 of these 5-foot teddy bears in various colors. Here's the next thing we're going to do. We're going to get 30 boxes of chocolate from one of the local, chocolate candy stores. We're also going to invest in 30 of these. We might have a joint venture going with the local florist so we get these flowers at cost. So the florist is not out of anything because we're going to joint venture the list with them and they should be happy to do so. And last but not least, we're going to pull out 30 of these. Now that necklace we're going to say is $1,500, but it only costs you $500, so it's got a 300% markup. But I want you to stop and think about what just happened here. On Valentine's Day, courier is going to pull up to that building, maybe a couple, and they're going to pass out, because they've got these women's names, 30 of these to 30 different women. In other words, two per floor. Remember we said it's 15 stories, so we're going to have two of these walking billboards on every floor. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I shouldn't have to go any further. Are you honestly telling me, and ladies, no offense, with an office full of women, and on each floor, two women get a courier that brings a 5-foot teddy bear to Rockstar, the original Rockstar, a box of gourmet chocolates, a dozen roses, and a $1,500 necklace? You're not telling me these ladies are going to be the toast of the town and the talk of the town? There's going to be some tweeting and Facebook and everything going on. Two per floor. Now, I want you to stop and think about something. A couple of things. First of all, there could be some ladies on vacation. But of course, they're going to be alerted through Facebook and Twitter and text messaging. There could be some ladies who left early. There could also be some ladies who took off, who were on vacation. So they weren't there. So when they get back, what is every woman on those floors going to want to know? Bingo. Now, here's part two of the strategy. Every one of these, what we call alpha females, they're going to be given an envelope with 30 two-sided business cards. The card side A is going to invite the recipient, in other words, whoever gets the card, to go to the website, enter this free drawing so they can have a chance to win this every 90 days. They're going to do this. But they're going to start it off on Valentine's Day. The flip side is going to tell them to come into the local jeweler, who's sponsoring this, by the way, and they can save 20% on any purchase under $100 40% on any purchase over $100. Now, in part two of this video, we'll get into some other things that's going to happen. But entrepreneur, can you not see how? And look, what this investment is going to cost them, maybe $20,000, maybe. Now, you tell me which one is going to have a bigger bang. That fancy ad in the newspaper that people throw out because they didn't get a chance to get to the newspaper in 2 days, or that walking billboard. Now, let's stop and think about something. First of all, those ladies are probably going to need help carrying this stuff to their car. But here's the other thing. They'll probably take, some of them might leave the teddy bear there for a couple of days. Think about it. They'll take the flowers and the candy, but what do you think they're going to do with that beautiful $1,500 sparkling, glistening necklace that they just got? That's right. When they socialize, they're going to wear it. When they go out with their significant other, husband, whatever, they'll wear it. What else do you think they'll do? Aren't they going to tell any and everybody within ear's distance what happened? And isn't anybody within ear's distance going to want to know? Absolutely. That necklace alone is going to cause them to be the talk of the town every time they wear it. Now, entrepreneur, I want you to contrast that to their competitor who's throwing all that money away on television and radio ads. And by the way, as I mentioned many times before, the time it took you to listen to this video, somebody ran an ad in your local market. You didn't see it, but they still paid for the exposure. Every time they put that necklace on, they're a walking billboard, are they not? So I shouldn't have to go any further. And you should be at least 85, if not 100% convinced how the right. That being the case, for those of you who want to discover how you're going to add an additional 25% or more gross profit to your bottom line and do so in the next 90 days or less without having to add any new customers or clients, you should have an idea after watching this video. What you need to do is grab your free 9-page special report. Ladies and gentlemen, just head over to youcanmarketonlinenow.com/sales. Entrepreneur, who else do you know in business who's struggling right now who could definitely use some help? Do they respect your opinion? Because if they do, I want you to forward this video to them ASAP and help them out. They'll thank you for it later. If, on the other hand, you're looking for help because you're tired of struggling, you want to get to the next level with your business product or service, then I'm going to invite you to grab your free 22-part Small Business Marketing Mastery Series. Because this is an additional free 22 email sequential lessons you're going to receive on top of the free 9-page special report. It's my free gift to you. It's a $97 value. And the best part is, ladies and gentlemen, I totally respect your opinion. I'm saying that to say this. Entrepreneur, if for whatever reason after you subscribe to the Inner Circle you're not completely satisfied, by all means, please feel free to unsubscribe anytime you want for whatever reason you wish. And we can still be friends. This is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. We'll see you again next time on the Marketing Minute.